there they are, sitting around the round table, voting which books they want to have included, and they are voting against the books that they don't want to have in there at all. And all of this came into existence in 382, after Rome had killed all the followers of Yeshua. They go ahead and they make their own religion. And then this was established. The Roman Catholic Church was established on the dead body of those that followed Yeshua HaMashiach. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat. Andrew, John Zebedee, James Zebedee, Matthew and James Alphaeus, Bartholomew, Jude Thaddeus, Thomas, Philip, Simon the Zealot, and then Judas Iscariot. Mark, is he an apostle? Luke is not an apostle either. And these are his two witnesses, handpicked by Yeshua to testify his words. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. I believe Yeshua HaMashiach warned us about Paul. Now I'm gonna run a clip here and then we're gonna analyze it. And hopefully you get it at the first run. If not, we're gonna look into it a few more times, and hopefully then you will get to the point.
My Father is always working. And I too must work. I tell you the truth. The Son can do nothing on his own. He does only what he sees his Father doing. What the Father does, the Son also does. For the Father loves the Son and shows him all that he himself is doing. He will show him even greater things to do than this, and you will all be amazed. Just as the Father raises the dead and gives them life, in the same way the Son gives life to those he wants to. Nor does the Father himself judge anyone. He has given his Son the full right to judge, so that all will honor the Son in the same way as they honor the Father. Whoever does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. I am telling you the truth. Those who hear my words and believe in him who sent me have eternal life. They will not be judged, but have already passed from death to life. I am telling you the truth. The time is coming. The time has already come when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God. And those who hear it will come to life. Just as the Father is himself the source of life. In the same way he has made his Son to be the source of life. And he has given the Son the right to judge because he is the Son of Man. Do not be surprised at this. The time is coming when all the dead will hear his voice and come out of their graves. Those who have done good will rise and live. And those who have done evil will rise and be condemned. I can do nothing on my own authority. I judge only as God tells me, so my judgment is right. Because I am not trying to do what I want, but only what he who sent me wants. If I testify on my own behalf, what I say is not to be accepted as real proof. But there is someone else who testifies on my behalf. And I know that what he says about me is true. John is the one to whom you sent your messengers. And he spoke on behalf of the truth. It is not that I must have a human witness. I say this only in order that you may be saved. John was like a lamp, burning and shining. And you were willing for a while to enjoy his light. But I have a witness on my behalf, which is even greater than the witness that John gave. What I do, That is the deeds my Father gave me to do. These speak on my behalf and show that the Father has sent me. And the Father who sent me also testifies on my behalf. You have never heard his voice or seen his face. And you do not keep his message in your hearts, for you do not believe in the one whom he sent. You study the scriptures because you think that in them you will find eternal life. And these very scriptures speak about me, yet you are not willing to come to me in order to have life. I am not looking for human praise, but I know what kind of people you are. And I know that you have no love for God in your hearts. I have come with my Father's authority, but you have not received me. When, however, someone comes with his own authority, you will receive him. You like to receive praise from one another, but you do not try to win praise from the one who alone is God. How then can you believe me? Do not think, however, that I am the one who will accuse you to my Father. Moses, in whom you have put your hope, is the very one who will accuse you. If you had really believed Moses, you would have believed me, because he wrote about me. But since you do not believe what he wrote, how can you believe what I say?
Now there are two key issues that Yeshua HaMashiach is pointing out in these verses. Let's look at the first one. I'm gonna let it run 3 times in a row and then I will come back.
If I testify on my own behalf, what I say is not to be accepted as real proof. If I testify on my own behalf, what I say is not to be accepted as real proof. If I testify on my own behalf, what I say is not to be accepted as real proof.
If I testify on my own behalf, my testimony is not going to be used as evidence. See, if I go to court accused for something and it's just my words against their words, my words is not going to be taken as truth. You have to call in trustworthy witnesses, camera surveillance, stuff like that. So, put this into your brain. If you testify on your own behalf, then your testimony is not considered to be truth. It's not good enough to be proof.
And however someone comes with his own authority, you will receive him. And however someone comes with his own authority, you will receive him. And however someone comes with his own authority, you will receive him.
Yeshua here prophesied and said that if someone come with his own authority, you will receive him. Let's hear that one more time.
And however someone comes with his own authority, you will receive him.
Now I want you to remember the last video you just saw, part 4, where we are going through the book of Acts and the road to Damascus story. Paul has been testifying on his own behalf. Luke wasn't there to see anything at the road to Damascus, and even Paul himself managed to screw it up 3 times. He managed to contradict his whole story there. He is on his own authority and he fails miserably. He is caught in a lie. That would be bad enough, but here we're gonna take a look at a guy named Paul, which is coming in his own authority. Gonna read some verses from his letters. Pay attention. Now I, Paul, myself, beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Christ, who in presence am base among you, but being absent am bold towards you. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you, that if ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Jesus Christ for you Gentiles, if ye continue in the faith grounded and settled, and be not moved away from the hope of the gospel which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, wherefore I, Paul, am made a minister. Wherefore we would have come unto you, even I, Paul, once and again, but Satan hindered us. I, Paul, have written it with mine own hand. I will repay it, abate. I do not say to thee how thou owest unto me, even thine own self besides.
If I testify on my own behalf, what I say is not to be accepted as real proof.
Oh, I, Paul, myself, behold, I, Paul, say unto you, I, Paul, the prisoner of Jesus, I, Paul, am made a minister. I, Paul, once and again, I, Paul, have written it with mine own hand.
You have never heard his voice or seen his face. And you do not keep his message in your hearts, for you do not believe in the one whom he sent. You study the scriptures because you think that in them you will find eternal life. And these very scriptures speak about me, yet you are not willing to come to me in order to have life. I am not looking for human praise, but I know what kind of people you are. And I know that you have no love for God in your hearts. I have come with my Father's authority, but you have not received me. When, however, someone comes with his own authority, you will receive him. You like to receive praise from one another, but you do not try to win praise from the one who alone is God. How then can you believe me?